Hello, welcome to another video, legends. In today's video, this is more like an explain video, but hopefully y'all gonna like this one. We got a bunch of good systems, a bunch of good core systems that you can bump up your levels and also do a lot of damage right now. So let's get into it. We're gonna first things first, we're gonna take the Discord and explain actually what the update is. So we got a bunch of fixes. That is some good stuff. We got some fixes to multiple stuff. Some also quality improved life, like some good stuff for consult cooldowns and all of that good stuff. It says right here, adding cooldown for equipped best and unequip all on shadows. So the cooldown is also on that one. So that makes it so when you unequip your relic and equip it again, there's like a cooldown before it triggers. So what people were saying or doing, put your relic on and off by drop chance and stuff like that, make sure you do it correctly because there's now a cooldown on it. There's the pity system, which you guys already have known. There's some balance changes to Vegeta. His ultimate, the duration now 2.2 to 1.87. Max level increased by 300. Max stat increased by 200. That's good stuff right there for ourselves. New features, we got relic upgrade system. Upgrade your relic using dust, gems, or cores. A relic can now be reached to G rank only via upgrader, so only via, we will show that in a minute. Obtain cores in key dungeons. Lower tier common is level, so you get like lower tier is like in Leveling City and in Brum. Mid tier core you can get in Lucky Kingdom and in Money Town, and top tier, which is end game, is in XCY City and Hunter City. And it also says all tiers have a chance to for legendary core is on a lower rate. So legendary core, we're gonna talk about that too. Shadow stats, the shadows now have infidelity, like they have infinite stats, by the way. So all units, sorry for my language right there, all units will have their own unique stats. That's very good. And shadow power, shadow speed, we have so shadow power, shadow speed, shadow attack speed, shadow ultimate, and these can vary to E to SS. You can farm the stat chance items by killing raids and world bosses, so that's also a new system. And shadow tiers, you gain shadow tiers based on many enemies they defeat. Each tier gives bonus level. And a new way to make shadows stronger over time. So this is a overtime grind. Weapon upgrader. Swords can now be upgraded up to G rank. Make highest rank shadow even more effective, which is pretty good. Key dungeons improvement. Key craft key dungeons now replaced together. Smooth and faster farming experience. So that makes it so the key dungeon holders and the key makers, they are now in the dungeon where you are going. We're gonna check it out also in a second, and this is like the stats improvement by themselves. So let's just check out what they did for us, right? Let's check out what they did. So first things first, we're gonna check out the system. So you just walk up here and you go to the blacksmith, and when you go to the blacksmith, there's like an upgrader. So the upgrader makes it so that you can level up one of your crowns or one of your relics. So how do you do that? Again, make sure you have your stuff unequipped before you're able to enhance them. It's very important. So let's take the Eye of Ascension first. But before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna make sure that my units are not attacking. So right here we go to relic, and then we equip it, and then you can see we can enhance this one to a SS. So what you need is 300 legendary dust and 10 epic core, which is very important, otherwise you will not be able to do this. The 10 epic core you can get from a DAT raid, as you could see inside the Discord. It says it right here about the tiers. So purple tier you can get from XYZ and also in a Hunter City if you do the dungeon, the key dungeon. It's very important to know that. So right now I think I have enough. So this is how it works. You need 300 legendary dust and also 10 epic. So you equip it, and there you go. and you are able to have now an S Eye of Ascension. So when you want to go further into a G rank, now you need Legendary Core. The Legendary Core drops from the DAT rate, what we have seen only. Right now, I don't have one, so if you get one, you can get it easily right there. So that is pretty nice. So that's how that system works. But right now we are going to a whole nother system, which means we also have the shadow stats. Shadow stats are something you can have as it's like a reroll. If you ever played Vanguard or any tower defense game, this is like that. So you need these shadow cores to reroll. So these shadow cores are gonna make it so these shadow cores are here. You can get them from raids like Winter Raid and also Doodoo Island. These will be beneficial for you because you need them. How much you can get? 300. But I have 300 because I have, if I'm correct, I have the game passes, big storage and also extra storage. So these you need for your actual rerolls. So let's get it back to the rerolls. So the rerolls, how do they work? What I recommend you right now not to reroll, I will tell you that in a second. But how does the reroll work? You have to unequip a unit. So unequip all, and then you are able to do what you want to do. For now, we're gonna add a Vegeta, and we're gonna check a Vegeta stats, and we're gonna do a Vegeta. You see his ultimate is on E, which is very bad, and we're gonna try to get it. Let's just see here. To a, maybe we're gonna get an S. It does give the same. That's an A plus. They do say if it's a good stat, like are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I'm sure. And now we have a S. Yes, and I don't have enough. So S is good. Now it's sitting on 15. I don't have enough anymore, so a S is pretty good for his ult, but you want to get this into a SS. So it's gonna be like a tricky farm to do, but this is good enough, right? That's good enough. So that is basically how you can reset your stats or reroll. You can also have a reroll all, but I won't do that if I was you. You can maybe try it out. Maybe you can get lucky with an S right here. You just, if it's like stats that you don't really want, you just reroll them all, and maybe there will be one S, and then you can do all of them side by side. Is what you want to do. And then you have the bigger one is the tiers. So in tiers, I want to explain to you how to do this correctly, because as you have seen what the Discord have said, like the patch notes have said that it's an overtime thing. But basically, what you want to do is, you have seen here my Vegeta sits on 1642. The best way to do that is in another city. And you will do it you can do it at your way. So, but before we do that, I see there's like a Doodoo Raid, and I don't know if somebody has done it on the server, so we can quickly go there. And then the one that is dropping it, let's just see, the one that is dropping it, I think it is, maybe the queen gave us some. I think the queen did give us some because we couldn't reroll, right? We're gonna fight 0, and we're gonna check how much we're getting right now. So 0 gave us something, so now you can see that it's beneficial to do it. And yeah, now what I try to show you guys, yes, there is also something new. What you need to know is that you can transform your weapon into a G rank. I highly recommend you doing that, because if you don't do that, if you don't do it, you're just not gonna hit that hard as you need to hit. Because keep in mind, if you have your Shadow Affinity, yes, your Shadow Affinity still stacks. If you have Shadow Affinity 7, which is gonna bump up your DPS based on your weapon damage, your units are getting an extra damage. So still having an S weapon is nerfing your weapon damage. So you want to have the highest DPS as possible. So keep that in mind. Make your G weapon and get Shadow Affinity 7 on it, and you will be hitting like a truck. And that monarch, when that monarch spawns, you can see here when you come into the raid, you will see the key hunter here and the crafter. So make sure you have stacked up on your hunter runes. If you have your hunter runes stacked up, you're good to go. If you don't have them, run them back, rinse and repeat, and come back and make your keys right here. So right now I'm in the dungeon and I want to make a key. Boom, and I made a key, easy as peasy. And when the dungeon is over, you have like 20 minutes, 20 seconds or 30 seconds. You come to this guy, you equip it, and boom, there you go. You can launch the dungeon again. So it's pretty easy. He drops the actual legendary core, so we're gonna destroy him real fast, and let's just see if he's gonna drop it for us, if we're lucky, and we are not lucky. So we are not lucky by showing you guys the legendary core. If this video was helpful, make sure you like the video, comment if you need anything more that I missed, and yeah, love you guys. As always, hashtag sowieso love. Young Legend.